Hello, I'm Conlan O'Mordha, and welcome to O'Mordha Racing Network. I'm excited to announce we're covering a GT2 race today. Our circuit, Dragon Tail. Only 5 laps in this sprint race. No pit stops, just fast, hardcore driving. Speaking of hardcore driving, we have a 2-time WRC champ joining me today. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Clark.
Thanks, Colin. Great to be here. Dragon Tail Circuit never disappoints with carnage. Sections with tight walls and big curbs means amazing crashes. That's a dark view on racing coming from a driver. What could I say? I like watching other drivers crash. Well, you've done your fair share yourself. Hey, all in a day's work. Time to get back to the action. On pole position, we have RDX Adusen in the Nissan GTR. Sorry, that would be RDX Aducci and the Nissan GTR. Yeah, this car is fast. No wonder it's a favorite of teams in this series. Right you are, Ben. Moving to our start. So we have a very nice lineup of cars here. Zilron back in 14th, always representing O'Mordha Racing Network. We now have the rolling start up to the start line, and away we go. The race is on. The green flag's out. We are on for racing. And we're going to follow Zilron here for the first little bit. Coming up, over to gain the place. Looks like somebody dropped out early. And here we see Motsman going off here. So let's take a look. Coming around the S corners. Coming out fine. Oh, catches the big curb just a little bit too much. And spins into the wall. Trying to get himself back onto the course. Oriented and facing correctly, but in that dirt with these power of the cars and the tire compound, it's rather hard to get it back into grip. Back on board with Zilvan here, coming around another series of fast S corners. If you lift off a little bit too much in these, you slow down too much, and if you keep the power down like we just saw there, that's what happens. You lose control of your rig, and into the wall you go. Anyways, yeah, man, it just takes a little bit too hard. Trying to keep up with Zilron, trying to make the pass, trying to make the move, and just goes off. Finally gets reset. Back on board with Zilron here now in 10th place, coming around into the fast, very fast chicane. Coming down the back straight to the final corner of the lap. Coming in nice and steady. Gets a little bit too much onto the back bumper of that guy and kind of pushes him forward. There we have a replay of Ronaldo as he loses it. Coming out of the final corner, gets onto the gas a little bit too hard and goes for a wibbly wobbly spin. Oh, it is barely connecting with the wall, managing to get back in without too much loss. On board with the leaders now, RDX Aducci, trying to keep Tyrese 725 at bay. Here in the still beginning stages of the race, however, we only have 5 laps. So, every moment counts. After this lap, halfway into the next, we are halfway through the race. So, just about every second and lap time counts in these nice sprint races. Short, sweet. Gotta keep pedal to the metal, man. You just gotta keep going. Around the hairpin into the fast chicanes. This chicane is rather nice. I like watching. Doing a great job at avoiding the walls and keeping very fast through the area. But we do have one that crashed into the wall. Let's take a look. On board with Harp Cheetah. As we see there, just barely nicks the inside wall and slams right into the outside wall. And one behind him does the same. We'll take a look there. Another Ronaldo. Man, that guy's not having a good race. There he clips and bam, right? Just smack dead into the middle of that. Glad there's no damage in these races and glad it's not a real race. They would be dead. Yes, Colin. On board with Zilron now. Coming into the slower, tight S's of the race. I love that drone shot. Yeah, that drone shot's nice. I use similar shots in my videos for online. Coming into a nice, tight 90-degree corner now. Back onto the accelerator, going down the hill into the fast S's aforementioned. These S's take a lot of skill, Conlan, to get around them. And great job keeping control, using the full width of the track and track limits. Yeah, he does a really good job. Onto the hairpin and into the fast-moving chicanes. I like how he kind of went wide there and was able to pick up more speed coming out of that corner. Oh, Martin Joseph, we see there, same issue as the other two we saw a little bit earlier. Barely nicking that inside wall and just head first into the other wall, which just causes your car to spin and lose a lot of time. Now on board with RDX Aducci. This guy's fast. Very fast. And here we see I Want Apple taking just about another walk in the dirt. Barely hits onto Harpchitha there. But takes a spin. Back on board with RDX Aducci as he rounds the 90-degree corner down the hill into the tight S's, onto the, fast S's. He's doing a great job of keeping consistent, not making any mistakes, and keeping ahead. And there we see Harpchitha just going a little bit too much on that big curb. It really throws you off. Your wheels hook on the outside, and it will throw you for one hell of a spin. And there we see him just continuing to spin, acting like a ballerina out there. Love those curves. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Finally gets it under control and back on the track. These curbs are one of the biggest reasons why I love watching these races. On board now with Nick Fly FL. In fourth place, trying to make up the distance to try to get back into contention. And we have Motsman getting pushed off track here. What a heartbreak and upset on the fourth lap. That's a hard feeling to deal with. Trying to get back onto the course here. Spinning a little bit, trying to get back under control, braking, and back on. All the way down to last place. What a heartbreak. Here we see an onboard shot, which is rare. Coming up to Motsman is Ronaldo and pushes him right here and sends him flying. Not too sure the race officials liked that one very much. On board with Zoran in 7th place now because of the crash we saw earlier. He was able to make the most out of that and benefit greatly and take the place. You see him coming around into the 90-degree corner and down to the fast S's here. Makes a nice corner there, hugging that apex. And we see there he takes a rather different approach than what we've seen with other drivers here, Ben. He kind of clips that inside of that really fast part there where it kind of juts in going into those fast S's, and it really helps him maintain momentum is what it appears, to hook into the apex of that first corner coming up where he doesn't have to lift too much. I agree, Conlan. Hitting that apex and then setting yourself up for the next corner coming up, and then the one after that, it just really shows that this driver really knows the course. I think rallying was the same way. And here we see RDX Aducci coming across the finish line for the last time in first place. Second place, we have Tyrese 725. Third, the Freed Mason. Fourth, Nick Fly FL. In fifth place, we have LB3 Auto. Sixth place, Sharon 2014. Seventh, we have Zilrond. Eighth, we have John L. Hatchway 32. And in ninth place, we have Justin P3. 10th place, Derek Slays. 11th place, Martin Joseph F. 12, I Want Apple. 13, Blockhead 1995. 14th, Ronaldo Pacheco. 15th, Harpchitha, number 1. And in last place, in 16th, Motsman. Well, hey, Conlan, it was great to be here. Thanks for having me on. I enjoyed it. Keep up your good work here, and I'll catch you next time, buddy. Thank you for joining our coverage of the ORN. Great to be back. We'll see you next time.